Hello, my name is Brennan Young, and I'm currently on a solo Alaskan cruise on board Carnival Spirit. Right now, it's 9 p.m., and I have nothing to do, and I didn't come with any friends, so my options seem to be quite limited. So right now, I am shuffling between Sing 2, Ant-Man, Quantumania, and then the other channel doesn't have a movie on. And that's what's kind of crazy is one movie plays on each of these channels at certain times. So if the movie ends, you have to wait a good hour before a crappy movie comes on. So it's not like on demand choosing what I want to watch. I am stuck with whatever they let me watch whenever they want me to watch it. So let's just sip coffee and chat. I find myself in a place of self-discovery. Who am I? What am I doing? And what's my purpose? Those are all things we are going to cover, or we'll just talk out loud and I'll say my thoughts. First up, we have a half sweet caramel latte. This latte is warm, not hot, and decaf because I want to go to bed tonight. We're going to land in Skegway tomorrow at 7 a.m. and frankly, I'd like to be up for it. So as I was walking around tonight, contemplative, not knowing what I'm supposed to be doing or what I should be doing in terms of life and on this cruise, I bummed a cigarette off of a man, offered to buy him a drink with my free drinks package that I'm not utilizing. He said, I don't drink. So he just gave me a cigarette. One puff threw that bad boy away. What am I doing? And you know what motivated that? As I was taking my puff, I was walking around the ship and I saw people working out and people in that hot tub. And I said, I want to do that. Except it closed at 9, and by then it was already 8:30, so my options were quite limited. So I did not end up working out, but I can do that for the remainder of the trip. I can wake up, I can use the sauna, I can use the hot tub. I think this cruise is bringing out the lack of discipline and self-control that I have because I don't have much and I know that, but I'm able to stay busy with working, with planning something with friends, with making a video online, with selling clothes, with buying clothes, with talking to family, and not really taking my life seriously or the trajectory of where it's going. And I'm 24 years old, and while that may sound young, frankly, it's just hard to be 24 years old and understand that I was in a better or more mature place years prior and was able to handle like my life choices better. But the truth is, and it's always been the case, is when something I'm not proud of is happening or I don't know what's going on, I find some void to help distract me from it so I don't have to deal with it entirely. And a big part of that for me is focusing on comedy instead of dealing with emotion. Is like, I just want to have fun. I just want to be lighthearted. I don't want to sit in the sadness. But when I'm not distracting myself, the sadness is still there and I haven't worked through it. And that's just a big flaw in how I function. In addition, I think growing up in the church, if I find myself to be doing something that's not pleasing to the Lord, I'm like, well, I'll just go all in. Or, and the same way with food. If I am having something that's not good for my diet, then I binge eat. Or if I'm not taking care of my body, then I'm like, whatever, I'll just have whatever I want whenever I want it. Or if my spending habits aren't good, then I'll just go all in. Or if I'm at the casino and I'm like, well, nothing matters, I just want to feel something, so I'll blow all of my money. Or when it comes to alcohol, or when it comes to nicotine, whatever it is, this is very honest, you guys. If I am not living out and not being the man that I want to be, then I just completely fall into the world and whatever it has to offer me. And frankly, none of it is satisfying. And I think that's what's been good now is I can realize that there is hope and I can still be the man that I want to be. And that looks like, spending my finances well. It looks like going to the gym, really appreciating quality time and making sure that it's filled with accountability or it's uplifting. You guys, I'm like, blah. I'm going blah. It's just weird being stuck on a cruise and just filled with all these thoughts, wishing that I had found the one years ago and married her, not her specifically, but instead of just second guessing myself, because that's a lot of what my life has looked like, is not being completely content with where I'm at and then freezing and then finding something else to focus on. And that's looked like exiting out of relationships to just like focus on friendships, to find myself, or finally to be a man that I'm more proud of. But that's just never going to be the case when I am not holding myself to a high standard. And I don't think that I have been for a bit. So there's just so many thoughts going around in my head, but at least this coffee is halfway decent. I'm really out here trying to be male Emma Chamberlain. But yeah, I think I spent a lot of money on this cruise, and I spent a lot of money the past few months that I don't necessarily want to talk about or dive deep into right now. But I'm basically starting fresh. Like, I'm starting with like $0 in my bank account, and I think there's been a lot of ease with that, of just like, it's like a starting over period of just like, you have the chance to live a life that you're proud of, that God's proud of, and the people around you can respect and admire. And I just know that's not the case. Is I've lost a lot of my joy, my childlike innocence. Always consider myself to be very faithful and trusting and optimistic, and I think that that is there up to an extent. It's just hard when I view myself so flawed, and I don't have the confidence that God sees me in a different way, or people who truly cherish me and love me see me in a different way. If all I'm seeing is my mistakes or the things that I'm burdened by, how am I going to make any real change? So yeah, I'd like to make real change and be a man that I'm proud of, and I can still do the things that I enjoy. Like, I enjoy making content. I enjoy dressing well. I enjoy being silly and goofy with friends, but there just needs to be a better balance of making sure that I'm aligned with who I want to be, what my goals are, what my desires are, and what will ultimately bring me satisfaction. True satisfaction, not just temporary. And I'm excited to live that out, and that's going to look like being more honest with myself and with others, and really like taking the time to spend time with the Lord. And it's easy to avoid that when I just feel like shat, you know? So, looking forward to that. If anything, I'm glad that the cruise gave me that. Is a good time of examination and self-reflection, and not coming from a place of me being shameful and saying, you need to get your act together, because I tell myself that quite often, but that voice leads to more shame, and I need to give myself more grace and an opportunity to get there day by day. And frankly, I have not been doing that. So guys, take a shot every time that I say frankly. To be honest, yeah, God, whatever you've heard me say a lot, go ahead and take a shot of a latte. Okay, let's not get it twisted. But yeah, I'm a very lazy person. I'm very lazy. I don't like making content. I don't like cleaning. I don't like taking care of my car, cleaning that. I don't like texting my friends back. I don't like working out. I don't like cooking. I don't like doing anything that I should be doing. And it's like, how am I supposed to prepare myself as a man to enter marriage? Not that I'm there, but when I get to the point of leading somebody, how am I going to get there if I am not proud of myself? And I've been in the same place there for like a few years of just like, I need to be better, I need to be better. And without truly doing anything about that, I've just gotten worse, and my mental state has gotten worse. And I'm not in a place of like, you know, not there at all, but I just need to get my act together, and I frankly have to want to. And I think I'm slowly starting to get there, but like, I've definitely just been rotting away sitting on my phone so much and just trying to like numb out the loneliness in my head. And I think I've felt very physically lonely now, but it's not by choice. It's just by circumstance, you know. And a lot of the times I choose to be lonely. I choose to sit and wallow, or I choose to sit and numb out. But now I don't have any other option, so I kind of just have to be okay with it. But yeah, guys, that's my brutally honest update on board this cruise. I hope you enjoyed the late night talks. And I hope whatever I said, one, encourage you that you may not be alone. I hope that I appreciate you listening. So thanks for listening to me just ramble and be vulnerable. There's always hope. Thanks for listening to my life and what I want it to look like. I don't know if you find yourself in a similar place, but you can always do something about it. You're not stuck. You have people there. If you believe in the Lord, you have the Lord, you have family. You're never alone, Anyway, that's been Carnival Cruise 7-day Alaskan trip update and bedtime talks. Guys, I think that you should say 3 good things about yourself. Okay? You're so pretty. You're so handsome. You're so powerful. You're so strong. You're so creative. Okay, that was for you. And now for me. Brennan, you are very sweet. I would say you're a very kind person. You can be. I know you can be sassy with your friends, but even on this cruise, I think the loneliness factor has definitely made me realize how I treat other people, and in my perception, it's been good. So I would say that I am kind-hearted. I would say that I am pretty persistent. I don't let things get me down. It takes a while for me to learn what my mistake is, but I'm always willing to go from the ground up if I have to and grind. So I would say that I'm persistent. I have tenacity. I've been a tenacity girl. And another good thing that I would say about me is that I'm a good listener and I'm very empathetic. So I guess that's 3 and 4, but I think it wraps in 1. It's dealing with emotion. I'd say that I'm good at helping people process, good at listening, and getting behind the root of what's going on. But I don't let people do that for me. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say bad things. So the 3 good things about me is that I am kind-hearted, I have tenacity, strength, grit, and I am empathetic and emotional and can help people process. I'm a good listener. There it is, guys. Hope you have a great night. Bye-bye.